What's up everybody, Trinity here, and welcome back to the 2nd Street Marvel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Maul, issue number 2. Now before I get into that, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell, and all of that good stuff. So, Maul, issue number 2. This book is being published by Vault Comics, and in case you guys haven't heard me talk about Vault Comics here on the channel before, where have you been? Yeah, anyway, this book is being written by Michael Morecki and Gary Dauberman. It's being drawn by Zach Hartong, and it's colored by Addison Duke, and it's lettered by Jim Campbell. And I'm going to go ahead and show you those names because I may have messed some of those names up. Hey man, I'm not the best, so I'm going to show them to you anyway, okay? Yeah, that's all good. Now, just right off the bat, I've got to tell you, I like the story, guys. I like what's been going on. Issue number 2, you know I read issue number 1, did a review on it. Thought it was great. This one was once again great. What we see here in this issue is Andre was actually captured. He was framed for this murder, and kind of, you know, in case you guys, let me fill you in on the backstory. Kind of what's happened is it's a post-apocalyptic type future. The floods have happened, fires have happened, just all of the basically global warming and Mother Nature has taken its toll on the earth, and people have holed up in these malls, and this mall has become like a gang territory, and it's kind of all run by these different factions, and they all seem to be at odds with each other. As you know, they probably also barter for goods and things like that as well. Well, in the last issue, Andre had been framed for the murder of this particular leader of one of these groups, and he was saved by, you know, an unknown person, and he's basically on the run. So everybody is out there looking for him. Now, and that's kind of where this issue number 2 picks up at. We see that there is like a there's definitely a very like Godfather, like kingpin kind of figure who is having this conversation with somebody else from, it looks like, one of the other factions there within the mall. And I'll show you a little bit more there. And basically, this guy, this kingpin-like character, he is the father of Andre, who has been framed for this murder, and he's there having a conversation with this other guy, telling him like, "Hey man, like you need to find my son and return him home. We need him here." And he actually has another son who is a twin named Andrew, who is the twin of Andre. And Andrew kind of steps in and says like, "Hey man, if this is going down, I'm going to help find my brother." And the father basically tells him, "Sorry, you're not going." So anyway, we see we pick back up with Andre and the person who has kind of come to save him as they are going underground through the mall, going to a different section of the mall. And like I said, there are warring factions, and we see that these all these different people are still, you know, they're at odds with each other, and we kind of see that they're all kind of getting into gang wars and everything here. And while they're sneaking, while Andre and the person who saves him, this young lady that saves him, are underground seeking. They're trying to get to the security place here within the mall. And you know, Andre's like, "Hey man, I thought I heard the security. You know, I heard they went down a long time ago." And so as they are there going underground, looking to get to this place, sneaking under the mall, they kind of, you know, him and the person who saves him there, they kind of get into it a little bit as he's asking a lot of questions for them to you know, for her to fill him in on exactly what's going on, because he really has no clue what's going on. All he knows is that he's been framed for a murder that he don't believe he did. And so we see that as they're underground, they come across these kind of, you know, you don't really see them. They're just stuck there, you know, in the darkness. You just see like their glowing eyes, and so they end up going, you know, up this chute and getting into the security area. And the lady who is there that saved him, you know, goes and, you know, kills a couple of the security guards. As you know, it's gang territory. And as they are there, they're trying to get into the security place. There are some, you know, they get caught up with this faction of the security people who Andre had thought were non-existent anymore. And, you know, as they are there getting ready to be captured by the security people, they get attacked by all these like I don't know, like troll mongoloid people who knows where these people came from? I honestly don't know, but they looked pretty horrific, is what it is. And I'll go ahead and show you guys a quick picture here of these people, and as they're going through getting attacked. It's a pretty horrific picture. So they go ahead and they escape, and they help this particular guy right here escape, who is like the head of all these people under the security faction. And what they're going here for security for is to find proof that Andre is actually innocent of the murder that he was basically being tried for in this kind of weird kind of court case, I guess you could say. These people who are trying to exact justice for the murder of one of their leaders. And so they get there, and they are going through security footage, and they kind of actually find out, going through the security footage, they find out who it was who actually murdered this person that's in question, has been murdered, that Andre has been framed for. And as they are there going through the videotapes, these crazy, like, whatever these mutated people are, end up kind of getting to the security room and trying to break in. And they do break in, but not before Andre and the person who saved him, I can't remember her name right off the bat, end up making an escape. And that's kind of where this issue left off. But we can actually see in this issue that there's a little bit more going on here. It seems like there's we don't really get a whole lot on it, but it seems like there's some sort of double crossing going on here as well. But altogether, we just see at the very end that Andre and this lady who saved him narrowly escape from the security room, as they do end up, these mutated people or whatever end up breaking into the security room and killing the guy who is actually there, who is like the head of the security faction of the gangs. And that's kind of where this second issue left off. I've got to tell you guys, this was this post-apocalyptic horror type of book. It's very, very well written, and you can see the art in it too. I like the coloring of it, and even the art itself. I think it kind of serves the purpose. I mean, it's not always the best art in this book. It's not like really highly detailed or anything. You can see some of it right there, and that's kind of what you get a lot of in this book. Like I said, it's not super highly detailed. Some of it's kind of, just kind of gritty. And for me, honestly, like, I know that may not be something that a whole lot of people might like, but for me, I think it really helps set the tone and tell the story in this book, along with the colors. Everything about this book is really well done. I think it's something, if you're into like a post-apocalyptic horror type future, anything like that, I think it's definitely a book that you should want to pick up. And once again, it is on Vault Comics. I've talked about them a lot here on the channel. I absolutely love what they're doing over there at Vault Comics. They're a small family-owned company, only been around since 2016, and they are pumping out some great content, and I think you guys definitely need to check it out. But let me know down in the comments below, have you read Maul? If not, is it something that you might be into? Leave those comments down in the comment section. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. But while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Happy reading. Get out and support your local comic book shop, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.